You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 3. Chill!
Yes, hello everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Jim, the YPG, and a premier by podcast. Welcome to a new episode of Jim Like the Podcast. Hope all is well. And we are back, y'all. I know it's been a while. A lot had happened, but we are back. We are back. And on this episode, I got my special guests. We got my returning guest, Miss Pam Deolall, from episode 5 of season 1. Wow. So we basically catching up with her, and we gonna interview her again. First our episode was very successful. We got her back on the show. We're gonna talk some more stuff. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
My name is Imani, and you're now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I will be giving out the Mr. Gentleman fact quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is: success do not happen overnight. And what I mean by that is, no matter what you do, don't expect success to be happening overnight. Sometimes all businesses take time and patience and hard work. And sometimes it take that one big break to have that overnight success. But you always remember, it don't happen overnight. It takes time for success. It should take years. But just because it takes years, take time, does not mean that you give up on your dreams, give up on your business. You got to be patient. You got to work hard. You got to be humble. You got to put yourself out there. And you got to be patient and just stay focused and stay on the main prize. And that is today, the General Fact Quote today.
Hello everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Up Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the Star Riding Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www real Mr. Gentleman, lifestylepodcast.com. And tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheers!
Hey guys, this is Pam Deolall coming straight out of Brooklyn, New York, and you are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got my special guest. She was on the show before. You know, if y'all remember season 1, episode 5. She's an amazing person. She's a good friend. She's doing big things. She's doing bigger and better things than she was the last time. But of course, she's back on the show. She is a fan favorite. We got Miss Pam Deolall back on the show. Pam Deolall, how you doing? Let's do it.
Hey Ken, how are you?
Yes, I am good. Yes, and how are you?
I am amazing. I feel phenomenal. It is Saturday. I know you're launching this on Sunday, but I feel good. I woke up this morning. I had a good trading week, so
nice.
It's been good.
Okay, nice. Welcome back on the show. I can say welcome on the show. Welcome back on the show because you was on the show before, and we have it. It's funny because you was on season 1, but now we on season 3.
Wow.
Episode 50. So
that is amazing. Well, congratulations to you for that big accomplishment. Yes,
thank you.
Some people quit after the first month, and you continued and pushed through, and now we're in season 3, episode 50. That's amazing. That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
so I'm very proud of you.
Yes, thank you. And let's start this. Let's start this interview. Let's start this.
Okay.
So for those that missed the first interview, let them know where you're from. Start off with where you're from.
Okay, well, I am from Brooklyn, New York, but I was actually born in Haiti, Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I came here as a young kid. I believe I was 7, second grade, whatever age that was. And I've been, in Brooklyn ever since. So yeah.
Okay, nice. So if you could remember, when and how did we meet? People probably wondering, how did we meet?
So it's crazy because I really thought Jessica introduced us, but Jessica just told us about this promoter, this party promoter, but I believe it was Imani that secured it because Imani needed a party to attend for her birthday. I don't remember how old she was turning, maybe 27 at the time. I don't remember, but I do know she had a party bus. After the party bus, we wanted to go party at an actual establishment, and that's how me and you connected, and we met pretty much because of these 2 young ladies. We became really good friends after that.
Yeah, shout out to Imani, shout out to Jess. Yeah, but and after that, even though the situation with Ty didn't work out, we kept in contact.
Yeah.
So I remember one time that I saw your post. You're like okay, so I like your post, and then you hit me up, and you just told me about a lot of business and stuff, and we just talked from there.
Yes, that's for sure. I'm one of those kind of people that love to share information. So it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a nice restaurant, a business venture. It can be clothes. Anytime I post something, someone hits me up. I'm never the type to say, oh, well, no, I don't want to share that. I'm always like, oh, well, this is how you get it. This is where you get it. This is the discount you could use if it is one, so I that's how I feel like I make really great connections because of that. Not being able or afraid to say, hey, I know something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I appreciate you, for us to keep in touch, and then changing my mindset. But we're gonna get to that a little later. But give my audience like a brief thing of what you do, like like your job and stuff like that.
Okay, so I work in the finance industry. I've been handling billing for multiple firms for over 6 years now. I'm also a credit consultant, and most recently, for almost a year now, I've become a forex investor.
Okay, big thing. So let everybody know, how do you get into entrepreneurship, and why is it very important?
Okay, well, I got into entrepreneurship because I wanted to work for myself. So that was like key. And although I'm grateful for my job, okay, I really dislike not having time, like, like time freedom. So I got introduced to network marketing, and I really loved what it was about, and I love what it stood for, which was empowerment and independence. So that's why I decided, that was the venture or the avenue or vehicle that I wanted to use for entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship can be anything, you can be selling, I guess, makeup, or you can be selling jewelry, it doesn't matter. You can start your podcast, right? It doesn't matter. You could be a promoter or anything. Entrepreneurship to me is pretty much just being able to work for yourself, and also having a vehicle to work for you.
Yes, definitely. And as just like you, I'm an entrepreneur as well. So, case, just to let that know. Yeah. Is y'all watching the YouTube version of it? Yeah, but if y'all not, then sorry about that, y'all. but one thing I do admire about you, Pam, is like you like to see your people win. So why do you like helping people, and why does that make you happy?
Well, I'm a very caring person by nature. And I guess like being so nurturing, I just like to see people do good. It makes me feel good, right? And it shows me that it is possible for me and others. When other people do well, it's like, man, like I can do it too, right? So like knowing that I played like a little part in someone's growth makes me happy. And it's different when you do something for yourself. It's like, great, like it's awesome. But being able to say, look, like I played a role in this, like that is a different feeling, and seeing other people win, it just gives you that gratification. It's kind of like when you are giving something to the homeless, right? It's not something that you should be like, oh yeah, I'm giving to the homeless. No, it's just something that you just do. And it feels good doing it. So I think that's what it is for me, helping people win, or just like being around to support them. It doesn't matter what it is. Like even most recently, a friend of mine, she suffers from alopecia, and she was selling her t-shirts, and it was so cute because it had her face on it. And I mean, I just went and I got the shirt, not because, I just wanted the shirt. I wanted to just support, because that's just a dream of hers and something that she wanted to do, and it had a really good cause too behind it. So why not? So just doing little things like that, I just like it. I really do just love helping people. It's not something that you can just really explain. It's just more like a feeling. Like it's a feeling.
Nice. And I mean, we grateful for people like you that do that, I like to see my people win, but I like that you like to see your people win as well. That's that's big. Not a lot of people do that. So I appreciate you for that you want to see me win as well. So I appreciate that, Pam.
Of course.
All right. So, despite, seeing people win, you introduced me to a business called I Am Academy.
Right.
And I want to know, how did you get into it, and how was your experience in it, and how did you join?
Okay. So, well, I'll give you like the basics of it. So I Am Academy is pretty much, it's an educational platform that teaches, people the fundamentals of how to trade in this market called forex, right? And they have educators that pour into you. And to me, what is the most important was the mentorship. Like I've been I've been doing entrepreneurship for about the same time I've been handling billing, and this company has like by far the best mentorship that I've ever experienced. Like the amount of outpouring love and support that we get here is something, you know, that has been life-changing for me. And of course, you know, anything that is new was scary. So actually my mentor, she introduced me to this opportunity because we actually used to do another venture together. So when she came to me, you know, of course I trusted her because I knew that she wouldn't tell me something she wouldn't do herself. And that's the same thing for me. I would never tell someone to do something that I wouldn't do myself, you know, or that I trust. So she was a trusted source that told me about it. It was new, it was scary, but I didn't hesitate because I'm one of those people. I've learned along the way that you have to take chances and you have to, you know, give yourself that chance to see if something else will work. So although because I was in finance, I'm in finance, right? And I was handling credit and, you know, learning how to budget and all these things, I knew the next step for me was to actually learn how to multiply my money. And so when she told me about the academy, I'm like, okay, this is new. I'm scared, but I'll give it a try. And one of my things that I was so scared of was math. Like I really am not.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is math. But because I took the chance and I hopped on, I realized this is not math. It's all about strategy and thinking and learning graphs. It's pretty much learning how to read a candle, which is pretty much, it looks like a bar graph.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, it's just movement. You're learning how to read movement within this market. And to me, you know, I'm really happy I took that chance because, you know, having multiple streams of income is so important. And, you know, I realized that having a business with credit and just working, you know, it was cool, but my money was still stagnant. Like I was making money, like I make good money, right? However, my bills and my money was like hand in hand, like nothing was moving. Like if that makes sense, it was just like I was just stuck. And when she spoke to me and told me about it, and you know, listening and actually being in the market, I realized, wow, like I can actually, and I hate to use that word flip, but I can actually increase and flip my money. And that has really catapulted my income. It's crazy because once you really stick to it and you focus and you stay consistent and learn this, you can really just like increase your income by like daily, like compound it. And so that's pretty much what IML is. It's just an educational platform that's going to teach you how to multiply your money.
Nice. And you know, once again, I thank you for introducing me into it. You know, and I'm happy that I actually made that decision as well. You know, I'm still learning, still growing in it. But like I said, I appreciate you for bringing me in, and you know, it's
putting you on, Ken. Putting you on.
That's how we're supposed to do anyway.
That's right. That is right.
If we see something that we see the desire, put your person on.
Right.
They can learn from it. That's how we're supposed to do it anyway. So you're doing the right thing by doing that.
Thank you.
All right. So explain what forex is and why is it important.
So forex is so simple. Like it's crazy. It's literally short for foreign exchange. Okay. This market is like any other market, like the stock market, but it's actually the largest, most liquid financial market. Okay. So it produces over $6 trillion a day. All right. So this market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And you can actually, the people that trade in it is banks, corporations, businesses, and now we are retail traders. So it's actually now open to us. And a lot of people don't know about this market because it wasn't something that we all could just get into. And I think that's what is so foreign to people, because the foreign exchange market was foreign because it was only those people that I just mentioned, the banks, the corporations, you know, and big business, or even like wealthy people. You needed a certain amount of income to even be able to invest. So that's why a lot of people don't know what forex is, but it's honestly just short for the foreign exchange market. That's all.
I got you. All right, so I need you to let these people know, like, is forex a scam? I don't know why people keep saying that, but
yes, it's a scam, Ken. It's a scam, like all the way. You know, I'm an immigrant. Okay, I was not born in this country, and I would never do anything to jeopardize my, I guess, my staying here, right? My naturalization or my citizenship. I would never do something to jeopardize that. So no, people, forex is not a scam. So let me explain. Let me. I was really thinking about, you know, if you would ask me this kind of question, what I would say, right? So forex is a market. IML is a company. Okay. So when people see forex, they put a company and a market as one when they're two different entities. Forex is pretty much just a market that money is being transferred daily in, right? IML is an academy that teaches people how to trade. So it's the market is valid, and so is the company. The company is also a network marketing company. This is not something foreign to anyone, right? Mary Kay is a network marketing company. Avon is a network marketing company. We have travel companies. I mean, you know, we have credit companies that are also network marketing company, but that doesn't mean that they don't fix your credit. That doesn't mean that they don't sell you the product. That doesn't mean that, like, just like ISOT or what's the name of the other company? I forgot the other company that not green tea. Oh man. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. They sell a product. So forex is pretty much the vehicle that IML is using as their product. Okay, it's honestly just that. So people don't want to pay money for something. So that to me is what the problem is. When you don't have money, you then bad talk it. It's kind of like saying, oh, that restaurant is so bougie, I bet you the food is not good. How would you know if you've never tried it? You're only thinking it might not be good because you don't have the money to sit and actually enjoy that filet mignon. But that doesn't mean the filet mignon is not going to melt in your mouth the moment you cut it. You get what I'm saying? So to me, you know, it's just that people don't want, or they're afraid to spend money on themselves, because this is all that's what it is. It's an education. So if indeed you do not, I guess, put the money towards you, right? Invest in your education, then yes, you're going to always talk bad mouth it, right? The company gives you an option, option to share the information. And if you don't want to, all you got to do is pay for the skill, pay to learn it, right? And people don't want to pay, so then they get upset. There is residual income that is part of I Am Mastery Academy. Is that something that you need to do? No. If you're not a sharing type of person, then don't share. Learn the skill and mind your business. But that doesn't mean you got to talk, bad mouth it or talk crap. And the reason why, I'm so passionate about this is because this is something that we didn't have the opportunity to learn before. The banks, when you go to the bank, right, and you're like, I got $20,000. You know what? Let's make it realistic, because most of America don't have $20,000. Let's say they want to go to the bank with $1,000, right? They go to the bank and they say, I want to put that $1,000 in my savings account. Everybody wants a savings account. Savings is great. But what people don't understand is when you sign that bottom line, and I want everyone to actually start doing that. Read the paperwork that you're signing to these banks and these establishments. The bottom of the paper would tell you that the money that you put into the bank for them to hold, because we don't have, I guess like what's the word I'm looking for? I'll come back to that word. But we don't have, we if we see money, we waste it, we spend it. So that's why we put it in the bank, so for them to hold it. But what the bank is going to do is the bank is actually going to take your money and trade it in the foreign exchange market. So when the bank says, hey Ken, hey Pam, by the end of the year, I'm going to give you 2% of interest because you've kept your money in our account.
Yeah.
How do you think they get that money? You think the banks just have money? We fund the banks.
Yeah.
Our money is put in the banks. So how can they multiply money? If that was the case, then if you put the $1,000 under your mattress, would it multiply? How do you think they multiply the money? They're just gonna give you somebody else's 2% from their account? No, they have to actually do something about it, right? They actually have to trade it. So when they go in the markets and they're trading, because this is a skill, they paid someone to sit there and trade their money all day, right? And they're giving you the 2%. When you get, by the end of the year, you get that money, you're like, oh my God, I'm rich. I got $2. Because that's what 2% is, okay? Now, if indeed you learn the same skill that they're doing, and you accumulate $2 a day because you're trading it on your own every day, right? You've made more than the bank will ever give you in a lifetime. So when people say Forex is a scam, they're just afraid of what Forex can actually do for them, and they're afraid of putting money to where their mouth is. Because when you invest in a company like IML, you actually got to put in work, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't multiply the money for you. You have to learn how to multiply it. If you wanted someone to multiply it for you, then you need one of those financial advisors that's going to fee you. So instead of paying someone to do it for you, why don't you just do it for yourself and pay yourself? Because $235 is nothing to learn a skill. We go to college and spend thousands of dollars for 4 years, graduate, and still don't got a job. Okay? I say this to say, a woman like me that did not finish college, I make more than practically 80% of my friends. Why? Because I've learned skills. Skills pay. Education, don't get me wrong, education is key because you need to learn how to read and write and count. However, you also need skills. When you go to the job, you learn the skills, right? But you've spent 4 years prepping for that. So when someone tells you to give yourself 12 to 18 months in the foreign exchange market and IML Mastery Academy, right? You then have to give yourself time to learn and master the skill because it took you 4 years to even get that business degree or the accounting degree. You needed to learn it. So we have to give ourselves time and patience to learn something before calling it like a name, or bad mouthing it. If it didn't work for you, it's because you didn't put in work. Because I did the same thing. When I first got here, I didn't take it serious. It took me 2-3 months before I could take it serious. And the moment I took it serious, my income started climbing. But imagine it, because I didn't take it serious, right? I paid my money and then I left. I'll be salty. I'll be upset and be like, oh, it didn't work. It's a scam. Yeah. No, I'm a scam because I didn't work. I wish people would just call themselves scams, because if you don't put in work for anything in your life, you'll never be successful.
True.
True. You have to put in work for you to get the success. So if you want IML to work for you, if you want Forex, the market to work for you, you got to work for it. So that's my part in that. I hope that was very clear to the audience.
You just dropped the whole shoes. Like I said, success don't happen overnight. That basically summed it up just there. That basically summed it up. All right, so if you can't go back in time and speak to your younger self about everything that you know now, what would you say to her?
I would say to myself to be more intentional. I didn't learn about having more intent until I was an adult, until I got into business, until I had mentors. So to be more intentional, to take more chances, not be so scared, to believe in myself more because I'm very powerful, and whatever I do, I put my mind to, it gets done. I just need to believe in myself more, have faith, that even though there's a pullback, right? Like we will say in the trading world, even though there is a setback, you just got to keep going and understand that everything takes time. I'm a Virgo, so everything needs to happen right there and then. So that's something that I would tell myself to like chill, relax, breathe, and know that it's going to take time. And also to get a mentor for every part of my life, like every section. A lot of us, we listen to friends and family, but we don't have that accountability. Physically, we don't have accountability. Mentally, we don't have the accountability. Emotionally, we don't have the accountability. Spiritually, and definitely not financially. So being able to have mentors to guide you is very key. And that's something that I would tell my early self. Like, now that I have mentors for, a lot of sections of my life, I'm still working on the others. But I definitely think that is something that's very important. And also, I think the biggest advice is not to spend money that I don't have to impress people that barely like me. We tend to want to get the nicest outfit or car, or, go spend a lot of money on these apartments and not educate ourselves on buying homes or being able to, like save more. And I was one of those people that wanted everyone to just be so happy around me that I was spending money that was unnecessary. And I wasn't thinking about, the longevity of like the spending. So that's something that I would say, save and invest early. And then listen to the mentors. I'm hard-headed, so sometimes I don't listen. That's something that that's just a few advice that I would give myself. I mean, it's a lot, but it's stuff that I've learned, now that I would definitely would want to know early on.
Okay, nice. So we're gonna switch it a little bit and get a little serious. So as we know, we are in a pandemic right now.
Yeah.
So what I had to ask you is, how did the pandemic affect you, and what have you learned from the pandemic, from COVID?
Well, the pandemic, I'm so grateful that my family and I was healthy. I did lose, I guess not like friends, friends of mine lost family members, which affected me too, because, I don't like to see people around me sad. Yeah. So, it's just been a sad moment for the world, for the country, to see people losing their jobs, to see people losing their lives. So the pandemic has definitely been sad. But I'm grateful that my family have, they're here still with me. My mom works in the field, so she is actually a home health aide, and that was like so scary because every day she would have to come in and like take all her clothes off and like put it in a bag and like disinfect herself because she didn't want to infect us in the house. My dad is elderly, so it was scary. Like, he had a cold, and I swear to you, like I prayed like practically every 5 minutes, like, God, please don't take my dad, like, because it was so scary. Like, you didn't know if a cough was COVID. Yeah, and, exactly. It was something that was traumatizing, to be honest, to be around and to hear these stories and like people dropping like flies. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. Yeah. But COVID also, I guess, opened my eyes to myself and my situation. It showed me that, I needed to be more serious. Although, I preach about saving and money management and just increasing your income and all these things, I realized that being home, I was able to save so much more.
Yeah.
I paid $17,000 worth of debt being Ken.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, the fact that I was able to really just take my money and just say, you know what, Pamela, you're not going nowhere. You're not doing this. This is what's going to happen. You're going to pay this down. You're going to pay this. Like, I literally was so strict on myself because I realized, like, God, like, if indeed we lost our income,
yeah,
what would happen? So it showed me that I didn't need that extra dinner. I didn't need to go get that drink. I definitely didn't need to buy anything. I didn't purchase anything during the pandemic. Like, well, I mean, we're still in pandemic technically.
Yeah.
But I didn't spend anything while I was at home. Like, I didn't shop. I barely spoke to anyone. I focused on my business. I did my work because I worked from home. I'm grateful for that as well. That my office was able to give us that opportunity to work from home. But it just gave me a sense of responsibility and awareness that I had, but it was conscious. I wasn't conscious of it. You do things and you don't realize you're doing it, like overspending. And we would go to the supermarket and we would like make sure what we bought was what we needed. That was important. Like, it was just so many things. Like, although a lot of tragedy happened with COVID, so much great things came out of it as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I'm grateful for COVID because COVID really made me like grow up a little bit more. Like, I've been grown, but this made me like really grow up and like really see things for what it was and to be more for the ones around me too. So yeah, that's what COVID did, man.
Trust me, it was the same thing too. Even though I have recently lost my job, but it didn't stop me from staying focused and pushing and and stuff like that. It made me more happier actually. But especially during this opportunity around the same time as during the pandemic, it helped me see things in a better light.
I definitely see you being more happy and more focused.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we've known each other for quite some time now, and I've seen growth. And like I tell you all the time, I'm super proud of you. The fact that we're doing this interview on a Zoom and that you're going to post it is like so big.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud. Like, you have no idea. Because I love to see people progress, and you've progressed. So kudos to you, man. Awesome.
I appreciate it, Miss Pam. Thank you. And it's a lot of growth for you too. There's a lot of growth for you too. So you ain't know. Once again, thank you. But to get into more serious, what's also going on is a lot more injustice in America. And we know that recently Breonna Taylor, the burger Breonna Taylor, how do you feel about all that? Yeah.
I really hate that our world, not even just the country, our world is so torn. It's so much injustice in general that we all have to go through, but then of course being a Black person is rough, and being a Black woman is even harder because we are overseen, we're overlooked, we are not respected as equals. The fact that this woman was in her bed lying down, sleeping, and then gets killed, is hurtful. Like, it hurts to see, and she still have not gotten justice. However, a lot of other people have, and they were male, and that also shows you the I guess the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
Because this Black woman still has not gotten justice, but all these Black men, not all, but the ones that were publicized did. So to me, it's just like, is it because she's a woman, or is it because I don't even know why. There's no reason because, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's just like, it shouldn't have happened to begin with. The police or anybody in law enforcement should have more rules that they follow.
Yeah.
Like, I understand you guys were trying to catch somebody, but where is the warrant? Where is the conversation? Where's the, you know what I mean? Like, you don't just barge into somebody's house and just start shooting up. It doesn't work that way. So I feel like that's what it is. Like, we need to have a justice system that actually stops and thinks and not just reacts. There should be more rules, you know, because we do need a justice system. I do believe in police, because guess what? Without kind of law, this world would be a hot mess. Okay. I do believe that we do need structure. The world needs structure. But the structure should also be fair, you know, to the people. And I mean, we can go deep into just living black in America. But I think that's just a whole conversation
for another time.
For another time, because like, I don't even want to get like emotional. Like, just thinking about our people and what we've been through, you know, since America became America, right? Because clearly it was just so much that happened. It's just disheartening, and I'm very hurt. I pray every day, like, even for my little cousin who's a black man that walks out in the streets. I'm like, God, just, you know, make sure that he comes home. And that's sad.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when he used to wear the hoodies, because, you know, he's a teen, he's a kid. He didn't really like, I don't know what it was. I think it was like confidence. Okay. He loved to wear those dang on hoodies. And I used to say, you know, please take the hoodie off, like your head. They need to see your face. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, he's a kid. And I'm like, you don't understand that you're now in a different category. They can't see your face. They think you're somebody else. God forbid you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Although you're walking to the corner store, we can't even walk to the corner store anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, the moment, like, I'm driving and a cop comes near me, my heart starts to have palpitation. Like, seriously. Like, and it doesn't even matter anymore if you're a woman or man, because before it was just like, you know, women, we had a little pass because we were cute. No. Like, it doesn't even matter anymore. Like, you're getting killed if you don't listen or do what they say. And that, to me, is like unacceptable. So I think we just need to make our, like, you know, like, educate our children. We need to educate our kids on so many things. And being black in America is one of the things
definitely
need to, you know, speak to our children about. So
I know this topic was really deep. I definitely will bring you back on the show so we talk about this so we get to either deeper to this topic.
Of course.
You know, definitely. But let's get back to brighter notes. So, what is your definition on success?
So, success is different for everyone. You know, what I may think is success is something that, you know, and that's something I've learned talking to different people. Everybody wants different things, right? But like, to me, being able to do whatever, whenever I want.
Exactly.
What success is. Like, my dream would just be to be like a full-time investor, educator, you know, travel the world, to experience like different types of food and culture, and just to live life, you know, in abundance. And when I say abundance, I don't just mean financially, but like, you know, happiness and great health, and being able to just like, you know, like, even with the COVID thing, when my mom was going to work, like, one of my things were, damn, like, I wish I could just tell her sit. Like, you don't have to go out there and you're meeting, you're dealing with different people. you know, you're in the cars, the cabs, trains, the buses. It was just so scary. So that would be like my dream, like to just be able to have that kind of freedom to say, Mom, I need you could stay home. It's okay. Yes, I know COVID is happening, but it's okay. You don't have to go outside. I don't know about anybody else, but you don't got to go outside.
I agree.
You know, that is important to me. So yeah.
I agree. I agree with you on that. I want my family to go out as well during this time or anytime. I'd rather them be financially free and don't have to worry about, you know, work and stuff like that. So I feel you on that. But what is your dream venture? Something that you always want to do?
Honestly, I don't have specifics. So once again, I really love to help people. So like one of my dream ventures would be to help invest in small businesses. You know, there are so many people out there that don't have the capital to start that business. So I would want to be that middleman to kind of like help them start that up, and with small interest, you know, because of course these banks and the interest that they want to give us for these loans are ridiculous. So I want to be able to give back to my community that way. Another really big dream of mine is to actually open up schools, one specifically in Haiti and eventually in other third world countries, to really expose them to a different life, and to teach them about finances, ways to make money, like educate them and give them like, you know, hope and faith in the education, because we're taught differently, and that's just in every country. It doesn't matter if it was just in America. We're not taught finance. So I think, and when I say finance, I don't mean like, you know, your basics. I mean like real life stuff. So I think that's something that I would want to share with kids, especially because, you know, when you're young, your mind is so fresh. And so imagine like a young kid, which we do have an academy, by the way. We have some young kids just learning with their parents.
Dope.
You know, imagine if there were more kids out there that could pay for their own colleges and not have to ask for a loan, or, you know, go to school and not have to worry about getting a part-time job, and they could just learn how to invest. Like, that's exciting, because you still got to go to school, okay? I'm not saying college is not important. College is very important. But what I'm saying is, you know, imagine being able to go to school and not have to think, oh man, I need to pay for books. I need to eat. I need a place to live. Dorm is not cheap. So just for them to have that freedom.
Okay, nice. So what other projects do you have going on?
I have no current projects besides working with IML, because my sole focus is building this business and really educating people on this skill. And I do believe that, you know, this is going to be the financial cure for this cancer that we have, because I've seen what it's done for myself, for others, and I know that we need money in order for us to make things happen.
Exactly.
Even with this, you know, Black Lives Matter movement, and it's not a movement, it's a lifestyle, because we matter, right? But in order for us to really do what we need money, right? Imagine, like when we were protesting, I heard people didn't even have like Band-Aids, like, or you know, first aid, or like that. So like, I realized that money plays a big factor. So although I do have some other things that I want to work on, right now I'm really focused on just, you know, getting this to as much people as possible.
Nice. And I definitely want to be with you on that. Try to get people on my side as well, because this is something that everybody need. Like, this is something everybody need, definitely. All right, so what do you have to say for anybody that got on the same route as you? You know, say something inspirational. You know.
Okay. I would say to keep pushing. Even when things get hard, you know, or it feels impossible, right? The moment you stop, all the effort that you did put in, it pretty much goes to waste, right? And I feel like when you stop, you won't ever get to see the fruits of your labor by truly quitting early. So one thing I would just say is like to keep dedication is key. So to keep dedicated, because motivation goes away. We constantly need that, but staying focused and dedicated, to on the path or to that goal is what's key to me, because there's no such thing as balance. That's something that I thought I needed. Oh, I need to balance. It's just making it work together, because there is no such thing as balance. Everything is not equal. So we just have to, merge it and make it flow, less than trying to balance everything. So try to have things flow in your life while staying dedicated to, the goal.
Okay, nice. Dropping jewels as always, dropping jewels. So before you go, we're gonna play a little game. Okay. So we're gonna play the game called 5 Random Topics, where I'm gonna say five topics, and for the top of your head, you go tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start the first one. Favorite type of food?
I have so much, but my favorite is chocolate. I mean, that's not a food. Is it a food? I don't know, but I love anything chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, so chocolate favorite food.
All right. Trading.
What about it? Like, what do you want me, like a tip?
Yeah, maybe a tip. Yeah, typical work.
A tip. Do not over leverage. A lot of people, you can start trading with, I say, less than $50. I hear people say $10, but the reality is you need more. So let's say you have a $50 account. Do not over leverage. And when I say over leverage, guys, I mean trading, and then you guys won't understand this because clearly you guys are not traders. Well, for those that do trade, that's listening, if you have a $50 account and you're trying to trade a mini lot of 0.005, right? And you're trying to catch, let's say, 50 pips. You can, and you have more than one trade in, you can blow your account within the 3 trades when they retrace, because you don't have enough in your account to make the kind of moves. So just being more aware of your account and not being greedy, because you can make so much money here, and a lot of people get greedy, and that's how you lose money. So it's all about strategic moves. Okay, you have to have strategy, and I'm one to take my own advice sometimes because I could get greedy. So not to be greedy, and use proper risk management.
Nice. Credit.
Please educate yourself. And when I say educate yourself, understanding that you need to spend at your maximum amount of credit used on your account should be less than 20%. They say 30%, but it still doesn't really budge a little bit. Like, let's say, for example, I have a $10,000 credit limit. I should only be using, and I'm gonna pull out my calculator because just because I'm into that don't mean I'm that smart, right? $3,000. It should only be like your cap of spending should be $3,000 or less. That's what the bank. That's what they say, right? But I would say 2,000, because when you stay underneath that 30% threshold, you will keep a great score. It helps you with the utilization and, of course, budgeting, right? Because if you're spending more than you have, then that's how your credit score decreases, and that's how you are now become, I guess you start living paycheck to paycheck. Because how can you, if you have over $30,000 in debt and you make $20,000 a year, let's be realistic, you'll never catch up. So you have to understand that your debt to income ratio have to make sense. So if you have $80,000 a year job net, right? Not gross. Your net income is 80,000 after taxes, and you have, let's say, $20,000 in debt. That makes sense because you can pay that. But if you have $120,000 and you're only making $70K a year, you're gonna struggle a little bit. So just being mindful of your debt, pretty much, when it comes to credit.
All right, and last one, financially free.
Financially free. You need to have multiple streams of income. I advise everyone to get into entrepreneurship because, God forbid, and it's not even God forbid, okay? It happens. You get fired from your job. You need to have backup. You need something to fall onto, right? That's why I push, learning forex, because it showed me that, money is being circulated all over, every day, every minute, every hour, whatever. And it showed me that you can make that money work for you. So in order for you to become financially free, your money needs to start working for you, and you need to not work for it, but you need to have less work for it, right? You can work for your money, that's fine. You can have your job, but you also need something for your money to work for you. So that way you can have a balance. God forbid the job gets, let's say and the thing is, the reason why you got let go is because they're going online.
Yeah.
Not because you weren't a good worker. Things happen. You get what I'm saying? And I think people need to understand that your office may close, that hospital may close, okay? That doesn't mean that you got fired because you were a horrible worker. It just means that life happens. So when life happens, you need something that is going to secure you. So that's why not having your eggs in one basket is so important. So that's my tip for financially free.
Okay, nice. And once again, thank you, Miss Pam, for coming on the show.
Of course.
Amazing job. You're doing killing it right now. I appreciate you. Let me say this little story before we end. Pam was one of the, Pam always believed in me from the day she met me. So, and she even believed of this podcast. She was the first person I talked to when I told her I was launching the podcast. She just told me, go for it. You're gonna do good and stuff like that. And now, 50 episodes later, I'm still killing it. So I thank you for believing in me and pushing me at my best and changing my mindset and helping me out. I appreciate it,
of course,
everything that you do.
Of course, and I'm going to be here 100% of the way. I can't wait for this to be picked up by a big network.
Thanks.
You're doing amazing job. Just stay consistent. Like I tell you all the time, giving up is not an option. You have to do it for yourself. And anyone else that's listening, like, do something different. Do something that's going to shake up your norm, right? Make yourself uncomfortable for once. Because when you live in comfortability, then you have you live a life of uncertainty, because you never know what's going to happen because you're so damn comfortable. But when you start shaking up and you start doing things that you never thought of, your life now becomes, open to so many possibilities. So that's why you're blossoming, because you have opened the doors to the impossible. And now your life is going to continue to blossom and grow because you are open to that. It's the paradigm shift, So important.
Yes. Once again, I thank you, Ms. Pam. And before we go, drop your social media so everybody can reach you.
So everyone, my IG and my Facebook is Pam. I'm going to spell it out for y'all, okay? Because it's my last name, Deolall. So that is Pam, D as in David, EOLALL. So make sure you guys, hit the follow button. I definitely follow back. If you have questions about anything that we discussed today, feel free to reach out to Ken and myself, because let me tell you something. Y'all gonna see how this man is about to go off, okay? I see him being one of the educators here in I Am Mastery Academy. So make sure you guys definitely do that.
Yes. I'm Day once again. We'll be right back. Ooh. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Now, I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spinoff Series Thursdays. And Spinoff Series Thursday is the new home for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spinoff Series. That brought to you shows like A Conversation About Music Podcast, The Old School Show, and Date Night Talk Podcast. And A Conversation About Music Podcast is a music spin-off series where we talk about anything music, from the current music scene and the old school music scene, where we interview many guests that's in the music industry and artists about their music journey. We have a segment game called The Face Off, which is a versus inspired game. And we have roundtable discussion about variety of music topics. And y'all can check out A Conversation About Music Podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Every first Thursday at 12 a.m. Now, the Old School Show that featured myself and the star Roddy Rod is a show where we discuss anything old school, from music, TV shows, movies, and many more. We also bring in guests to join in on the old school conversation. Y'all can check out the Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. Every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And last but not least, we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B, where we talk about anything relationship related topics like love, dating, relationships, cheating, the good and the bad, and many more. And y'all can check out this spin-off series, Date Night Talk Podcast, every second and third Thursday at 12 p.m. So look out for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast presents Spin-off Series Thursday, A Conversation About Music Podcast, every first Thursday. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursdays, and Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursdays. And y'all can check out Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays for the main series and every Thursday for spin-off series Thursdays. And thank y'all for checking out this commercial break. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. True!
I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning in to the new episode. Thank you to my special guest, Miss Pam Deolall, for coming on the show once again. Well, like I said, it's a pleasure of having you on my show. I thank you. Thank you for believing in me and never giving up on me. Once again, thank you, Pam, for everything. And if you haven't yet, check out the Premiere with Podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sand, DJ Retro, and now I'm added Mally Mel to the team of the Premiere Podcast. On the episode each and every Friday. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now Amazon Music. So subscribe and listen to the Premiere Podcast right now. If y'all want to be a special guest on my show, You know, just DM me, Ken _ Mr. Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, KEN _ Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTLEMAN. You know, I'm looking for actors, actresses, artists, radio hosts, podcast hosts, entrepreneurs, anybody that have a story and just want to open up, you know. Or if you're ladies, you're single or taken, and y'all want to tell a relationship story, a dating story for Date Night Talk series, let me know. And, you know, also look out for the old school show. I got a new show coming on, Jim the podcast, the old school show with myself and DJ Retro from the Premier Web Podcast. The first episode will premiere at the end of October. It was originally going to be the first week of October, but the first episode will be the end of October. Also, the Unsigned High Artist Show also premiere at the end of October as well. Both of those shows will premiere on the same week, but going forward, it will be different time slot going forward. But look for those two shows at the end of October on the same week. Also, when we open up these spots, you know, look out for YPG. Each and every Friday at Catcher, 217 Byron Street, they premiere at the door. And Best Day Party at Todd, 48 between 1st Street and 5th and 6th, they premiere at the door. I'm not sure if y'all heard the news on the Premier Podcast 1 year anniversary show, but starting in 2021, myself and Mr. Aaron Sands, you know, the two lead promoters of YPG, we are having a farewell tour. So basically, we will have to do our final run in 2021 from, I guess, whenever spots open back up to 2022 January, when we have our 10-year anniversary event. So making this big announcement now on the Mr. Gemini the podcast, in case y'all haven't heard it on the Premier Web Podcast. Yeah, so that's what's going on with YPG right now. So we got one more run in us, and I guess whenever these spots is open back up, we gonna do the YPG farewell tour. But once again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into the new episode. Just know, Mr. Gemini the podcast is back each and every Sunday. Remember that each and every Sunday at 12 a.m. I am back with some new episodes. And like I said, once again, thank y'all and have a good night.
Hey, what's up? My name is Benga, and you are listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.